Hello, Twitch.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Yes.
I'm sure you're all
I
wondering.
never know when to actually start
I've
streaming on
asked you.
Twitch. So this part might be streaming on Twitch. I'm not sure. I think it is.
I think it is too.
I think it is too. For some reason, when I start this stream, it immediately takes me, it starts playing an old stream on my browser. I don't know why.
It just did that to me too.
Yeah, it's weird.
Get your shit together, Twitch.
Come on. Come on.
Coach Rat Bastard is in Vienna, Austria,
Oh,
on the Danube River. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that correctly.
The
it's where they
Danube?
make the sausages.
No.
Not the Danube. It's in Vienna, Austria. Danube.
Danube.
Danube. Oh, it is the Danube. Danube.
Okay.
Danube, 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 Danube.
Vienna is awesome. 17-day cruise. Whoa, Coach Rat Bastard. You have some style, my friend. Are you doing some coaching on there? Life coaching? No. It's a pleasure cruise. No business.
Pleasure only, no business.
Oh.
All right, let's do this thing.
Nick Newman's on the Twitch, not on the Zoom. But he says hello.
Oh, hello there. It's time to thank the ice cream truck drivers. Thank you so much, ice cream truck drivers. Right now, I'd like to thank Fifi, Elk and Magic Scoop, Dr. Scoop Little, Dirty Old Scoop, Dead Laszlo, and David Walker. If you want to be an ice cream truck driver just like these fine folks, head on over to preachingfun.com. Preachingfun.com is where you go to sign up to be an ice cream truck driver, and who knows, the life you save may be your own. Here's the show.
Hey, Johnny, do you want to go to an ice cream social?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Great, let's go.
Oh, man. Guys, I'm out in Laguna Beach for the beginning of the kids' summer.
How nice. It's time for Matt Manley's Ice Cream Social, sitting in Laguna Beach. That's Matt Godley. In Pittsburgh, PA, that's Paul Mattingly. I'm Jacob, the audio guy in Las Vegas. We're preaching
We're
fun.
preaching fun.
Yeah, we
So
are.
I guess in any area, there's always tension between tourists and locals. It's Memorial Day weekend.
Okay.
Obviously, the big boom of tourism comes to Laguna Beach, California. Our friends live out here in a very nice house. I can see the beach from here out the window to my right.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's
we
pretty
are
nice.
we are part of the problem, right? We are the tourists that are arriving this weekend to enjoy the beach, right? And so last night after we did a little barbecue, we headed out to this place called Southwell's Ice Cream. Has anyone been to a Southwell's?
No, what is that?
So they have soft serve ice cream, but they have different combinations, different little things you can squirt. You know,
Yeah,
you know what
there
I'm talking
are.
about. Things that make you squirt.
Hold
And
on.
then there's like other things like, you know, peanuts or crushed cereal or, you know,
Do you have
chocolate dip,
access
that
to
kind of
these
stuff.
things? Are you
No,
able
they do
to
it for
actually?
you, thank God.
Okay. I was going to
Yeah.
say, they don't let just Joe customer interact with the squirting devices.
No,
I
No,
should
no.
hope not.
Yeah.
no.
That's not a
you
good
don't,
idea.
You don't hand someone like me raspberry sauce and expect things to go right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, you don't hand anybody raspberry sauce and expect
Yeah.
things to go well.
Yeah. We're seeing already in the chat, people are saying they're used to listening to us at 1.5 speed or 1.3, so this goes down so damn slow. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to take up your fucking precious time, okay? So sorry that normally things are so fucking valuable that we're not worth regular
It's true.
speed in your lives. I
Maybe
listen
they're
to
on a
no
re-listen.
podcasts. I
Maybe
listen
they're
to
on
no-
a re-listen and they're trying to shave off some time going through the whole catalog. I
I
can
listen to
excuse
none of my
that.
podcasts at advanced time. None. I don't do it.
don't
No, I
either.
can't do it
never remember
either.
that that's an option.
I can't do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. At any rate, I'll go even slower, just so that when you listen at 1.3, it's still slow for you.
I've done it with audiobooks.
Yeah. Paul's done with audiobooks, everybody.
I've listened to fast audiobooks. Speed reading.
We did it.
Paul's a speed reader. He listens to fast audiobooks.
Nathan Newton says, it's true that good-looking people speak more slowly because no one has ever interrupted them. Well, you let us know what that's like, Nathan. So we go to this ice cream place. Yeah, they do the soft serve thing, and then they roll it and dip it right in front of you, and they also put it in the bottom of the cup, so your toppings are waiting for your last bites.
Oh,
the bottom.
Good
really
call.
Good stuff. So we're there, and it's a little tiny little ice cream shop right on the main boulevard that runs parallel to the shore here in town. I believe it's called Broadway. But it's not the Broadway you're thinking of, Jacob. There's no musicals happening.
One in Nashville?
What?
Oh,
yeah, I know. Yeah. And so
God, I hope I get it. I hope I get it.
I gotta get my ice cream.
Does he need?
How many cones? How many cups?
Oh no, he made me squirt.
Oh no.
Oh,
So
no.
I'm there. I have I'm escorting 4 children and my friend Jimmy, whose house I'm in. Jimmy is there.
Did you know
So how many of these children are yours?
Two of them are mine,
Okay.
and 2 of them are waiting to hear. So we're gonna have them out for some ice cream, you know. So if results come back, you know, whatever Maury tells us, we're gonna go with.
Maury. Oh, Maury.
No, our friends Danny and Jason are out here with their 2 boys, and all of our boys are very close, and so we found out that we're Las Vegas friends, but we've gone to Laguna Beach separately, but the same summers all the time. So finally, the wives obviously figured this out and said, "Why are we always going at different times? We should go at the same time." And so, because Jason's mom lives out here, and so my boys had basically their best friends with them, which was very fun. And so we go online, and there's a local guy huffing up the street with his girlfriend, maybe.
Okay.
Huffing?
Yeah, I think he's a local. He seems like he's a local who's annoyed with the line outside the ice cream shop.
Oh.
Is basically what I'm guessing.
Right.
I'm guessing because I saw the huff, and I was on the phone with my wife making sure I had the orders for people who were waiting back at the home.
Right.
And so I want to make sure I got everybody their ice cream. And so I step to the left of the sidewalk into the little picnic area just outside the little tiny ice cream shop.
Yes.
Okay.
It's all tight quarters, right? And the kids are milling about because they're children.
After you've placed your order.
No, we're waiting to order.
Oh.
We're waiting to order. And the guy doesn't say excuse me, doesn't put his hand on my back. I think I've created enough room for him to pass behind me. That's why I stepped into the area.
Right.
And he just shoulder shoves me. He just moves his shoulder into my back and pushes me. Just shoves me.
Wow.
Huh.
And I am shoved. And then I said, I don't know.
I have been shoved.
And I don't know if this is because I used to be an actor or wannabe, like, wannabe actor, like don't do anything until they say cut kind of thing, if there are mistakes. I'm afraid to acknowledge this to Sarah on the phone in any way, so I try to pretend like it hasn't happened, and I finish taking the ice cream order over the phone.
Hilarious.
I think that's wise.
And my buddy Jimmy is like, Jimmy is a fascinating cat. He's probably 6'4". He's a in shape big fella, and he's also a hairdresser. And here in town, and so always a fascinating energy with him. But he got his alpha energy up real big when he saw me get shoved, right? But he also waited till I got off the phone to be like, "Did you get shoved?" And I said, "I think so." With a shoulder. I got shoulder checked is what happened. And so then he and I mutually stink eye the guy.
Right.
But he's already like 20 yards away. we're like way too late We're way too late to stare
Is he
him
still
down.
just walking? He's just making
He's
his
just
way.
walking. He's just walking his way up the. Yeah, it's one long strip along the beach, right? So it's
I
one long
see.
walkway, sidewalk, and so he and I are staring at the guy, but the guy does turn back because they
Oh,
must have been like, because
he's
he
like,
must
I'm
have walked.
surely getting the stink eye at
He's
some point.
catching
He must-
vibes.
He must have been like, something should happen. I just
Right.
shoulder checked a guy.
He
no one's
he
talking
wanted
to me?
something to happen. He wanted
I
something to
think
happen.
so. And that was it, right? So we're stink eyeing him from 20 yards away, and he's too lazy to walk. He's too far away to walk back. And
Okay.
so we have a really long, awkward glance from 60 feet apart from each other. And then he turns and keeps walking up the street. And then I am retroactively, like way too late, like a dinosaur being hit on the tail, like way too late.
Now, is that true? Are we
I don't
giving
know.
shit about
I
the
don't know, but
dinosaurs' late
I'm just-
reaction shit? Is
I'm
that still
speaking-
a thing?
I'm speaking metaphorically because I just said that because we all know what I'm talking about. I don't know if there's a better metaphor for delay, but there might be wrong.
I don't think so. I think that's it.
I don't know. Retroactively, I'm steamed now.
Sure.
Post stare down, now I'm like fired up.
Yeah.
and then I have to be like, and then I literally have to play it over and over again where I'm like, there is no scenario where me doing anything makes the situation better. It's a shame that the guy was such a dick, but like I'm with 4 children, 2 of them are not mine as of now, and my friend who's hosting us at his house, right? Like the story of Jimmy and I went to get 4 children ice cream and got in a fight with a guy on the street is not you don't come home with that story.
No.
You don't want the kids to be like.
It's a really bad story that day. It's a bad story to have to tell your wife that day. It's a great story today.
Sure.
Once you get here,
I
if you
let
had
down the
fought that
podcast.
guy for the podcast, I would have been so impressed.
Jacob, someone has posted a picture of you adjusting your microphone and said, I trust that we can use this picture responsibly. Yeah, it looks like you're blowing a dude in that photo.
Yeah. Oh, while you were talking, I went to adjust my microphone and it came out of its stand. So I had to rebuild my entire microphone stand real quick while you were telling that story. Every time I talked, it was me holding my microphone in front of my mouth while I was redoing it.
It's a rather incredible image.
Yeah.
I was like, my children seeing me shove a guy, my children seeing Uncle Jimmy beat a guy to death. I mean, all of the things that like Uncle Jimmy I probably wouldn't have been able to even push. I don't think Uncle Jimmy would have let me even
Gotcha.
even grab a collar. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but all of that's just bad. It's just terrible news.
Yeah. No, it's a bad day. That's a bad day.
Those are like, Jacob, you were on the flight with me. A woman just shook my seat rigorously. Right?
Still the best.
And then now I get shoved in the back, and I'm like, I've really become a pacifist. I really have just, it takes me a minute to be like, I don't think I should do anything, is really become my first reaction.
Yeah.
Is it
Pretty good reaction.
Pacificity just due to age? What's going on? I don't.
This is what you're striking the arrow right where it hurts, buddy. This is exactly what I'm pondering. Am I A, evolved and become a not ogre person, or B, I know that I'm older now, and me getting beat up would just be terrible.
Well,
you think you're intimidated, and so you're just staying out of the situation.
I'm telling the story like I'm not. I'm telling the story like I just naturally chose to do nothing. But am I secretly just totally now old and intimidated and don't want to bother?
Yeah.
I think there's wisdom there.
I think it's more wisdom than old and intimidated.
Scoop of Monte Cristo says I should have pratfalled. That would have been great.
If you had just taken a dive.
I just like, whoa! I just tossed my phone in the air.
If you had been on camera phone and you could have caught that, you could have caught yourself getting trashed out and then
Just
record
like,
the guy passing you. You got a lawsuit, buddy.
Like, get my leg in a chair and like bring the chair down with me. And
been amazing. Been incredible. Well, I had
take all the kids down too, like a bowling ball.
I had the dog. I had Giz in my lap today, as most of my day is spent holding Lady Elizabeth. For those of you who may not know, Lady Elizabeth and
It was
Adora
Paul's pet name for his wife.
do not get along at all anymore. We have to be very careful. It turns out it's our old dog, Lady Elizabeth, Giz, who is the jealous bitch who instigates fights.
His is the problem.
Giz is the problem, but
Okay.
they're both very similar in temperament, these two dogs. So we can't have them together because they will get in a bad fight. So we're constantly keep them separated. I have to keep Giz on my lap, watching her to let Adora roam free through the house.
Okay.
Dora has become very good about going back into the back room and being secured away for a couple minutes while Giz goes and does her thing. It's great. But today I'm sitting there, Giz is on my lap, and then Adora will sometimes come on my lap too. Now, if Anne's home, she freaks out when she sees this, but I don't, it doesn't bother me because they're fine. When they're both on my lap, they're fine. They're both chill.
They're fine, guys.
Guys, they're fine.
But suddenly,
They're fine.
Matt, they're fine. I don't know what you're yelling about, Matt. They're fine.
suddenly Giz wants to get down, right? And that's the no-no because that could be trouble. So I'm like, nope, stay here. And before I know it, I see her standing on the arm of the chair and licking at something on the arm of the chair, like she's something. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Eventually, I move her little body just enough, and I see that she has puked all over the chair arm. And it's just all over the chair. She just had puke eruption.
No.
Now, old me.
But she was trying to get down to protect
the
you
puke.
from
Yes.
the puke. Yeah.
Old me would have flipped out. I would have flipped out. But I was just like, oh well.
Matter of fact, I'm very curious about New You because this is I only know the Paul that would flip out.
I was like, oh well, here we go. And I just set about putting Adora away, letting Giz go outside, handle it, cleaning everything up. Took me about 10 minutes to get it all done. And then I thought, maybe I should let Anne know. But then I even thought better of that because just like you were saying, Matt, no reason to include anyone else. And it's a drama that's done and was only for me.
Yeah.
And if I tell Anne that Giz threw up her breakfast, it's just going to cause more worry and stress for her while she's at work. She can't do anything about it. I'm here. I'm keeping an eye on the dog. She's fine. Nothing's going on. It's just typical doggy stuff. But yeah, there's something to this getting older and wiser about reaction. Like there's why get upset at this point? What, just
I have a friend that walks through when he walks through Caesar's Palace or any other casino, by the way. When he walks through there, he has a policy that I believe he thinks other people know about and are either going to respect or not.
What is this?
He will walk, just purposefully walk through whatever casino he's in, and if someone is approaching him, walking in the other direction, he will, turn his shoulders about 45 degrees while he's still walking, and kind of brush past the person, so as not to bump into them. But if he turns his shoulders 45 degrees and they still bump into him, he shifts his shoulder to give them a really good bump as they and he does that to teach them a lesson that they should also shift their shoulders when passing him. And I try to tell him that other people don't know this policy.
Oh no, Jacob. He says they're going to learn the policy.
That's right.
Right. Because when someone shoves their shoulder back into me because I'm too much of an ogre to get fully out of the way, the first thing I'm going to do in that moment is learn.
Self-examine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to really be like, I could have done more. I could have done more.
I could have shifted a little more.
That's on me.
I shifted like 30 degrees. I should have gone to 45.
No, shoulder checking a stranger, even if you're wearing a shirt that explicitly lays out the rules that you have spoken about, it's not going to work.
Paul, I'm actually wearing that shirt right now. Could you just read it for me?
As I approach you, if we are on the same trajectory, I will angle myself to approximately 45 degrees shoulder-wise to allow for easy and non-confrontational passage of the both of our bodies. However, should you come in contact with my newly angled 45-degree body, I will then initiate a check from the side of my body that you brushed against, hitting your body in a strong and adamant way, letting you know that you have broken the tacit pact that these rules have established between us.
I can only wear that shirt in double XL. It's only double XL.
Well, you should have just made it in a tapestry and you'd been fine.
Right.
I want to know the next time your friend is walking through Caesars, and I want to stage this, okay?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, because when he shoulder checks me back, we will exchange glaring eye contact with one another, and then I will throw a flag. And then I will break out
rip your outer shirt off. You'll have a referee shirt on under it.
Referee shirt underneath it, and I'll pull out a protractor. And I want to be like, my challenge that you were not fully in the 45-degree angle range.
I love this idea, but the problem with your plan, Matt, and your friend's plan, Jacob, is that we're speaking about doing this.
What is the problem?
Doing this in Las Vegas.
I thought I thought of everything. What's going on?
There's one issue that Paul is seeing here, though, Matt. Hold on. There's a single solitary issue with this whole plan.
Pearl buttons. I did rep shirt under pearl buttons. I've thought of everything.
Many issues. But the main one I see is that if you're doing this in the Las Vegas environment, it is highly doubtful that the individual you are trying to teach about the rules is going to be with all their faculties intact.
I'm specifically going after the teacher here. I'm not an agent of this policy. I'm going after the person creating the policy. I want to stage this specifically against Jacob's friend and Jacob's friend only.
If you aim it at just Jacob's friend, then I think you're perfectly in the right. I think it's really well.
Good. I thought of everything, and I did.
Yeah, you did.
I'm going to tell you right now. I know my friend. He's going to be mad. He's really, really mad.
Well, you've got a nice whistle, right? You got a whistle around your neck, Matt?
Letting you know he's going to be pissed.
Yeah.
Blow a whistle.
And I'm gonna have someone who film it, right? And then I'm gonna bring me the iPad for the replay. I'm gonna show them
with the
blow whistle, scream fire because no one responds to assault calls of help. I'm being assaulted.
Right.
So just yell fire in it. Use a shoulder check and yell fire in a crowded casino. You'll be good.
We're gonna casually move to the angle. He'll still hit me. I'm going to yell fire, blow whistle, throw a flag, rip my shirt off, and have someone approach me with an iPad.
You've thought of everything. You've thought of everything. That's all of it.
Yikes. Scary.
Yeah. But, yeah. So, yeah, that was the ice cream adventure there. Did a charity gig with Matt King and a lot of people. I shouldn't say, but to say with Matt King is I was one of numerous people invited out by Matt King for a night of magic. Opportunity Village is a little night out fundraiser.
Sounds more like Matt was doing a charity gig for you, right?
Right.
Matt is doing the charity gig for you.
Yes. Yeah. I actually did make that joke on stage saying there's two charities happening here.
The amazing Make-A-Wish magician.
Because Vinny and I, so basically what happens is that there's 2 hours of cocktails they're included in the thing where you go from bar to bar and get different cocktails
before the show.
Yeah, so they have the magical forest, right?
Right.
Oh,
so the outdoor magical forest, the Opportunity Village facility.
Is that a summertime thing?
Yeah, they do stuff all year.
I mean, it's known for its winter. It's known for its holiday thing where they really deck it out and everything else. But that holiday village, like an amusement park, it's still built and there.
I guess so. I'd never been during the warm times.
Funny enough, Paul, neither had I.
And
as I'm lugging my stuff from my car in my little wagon to get to my little outdoor stage station, because I'm part of the outdoor events, not the main stage event. So when you talk about charity, Vinny Grasso and I were
to a certain point.
Vinny Grasso and I were put on the Marshmallow Castle stage further into the magical forest,
which essentially became the s'more stage during the hot afternoon.
Exactly. Yeah. So there was 2 magicians at 3 stages outside for the 2 hours before you went in, and then you went inside where Mac hosted a show with Piff, Lindsay Benner, Chris Capehart, and oh my gosh, why am I blanking on his name? Way of the Showman host stopped by.
Oh, Frodo.
Frodo, Captain Frodo,
Yeah.
stopped by, and he was there to be a part of the big main event inside.
Yeah, I was mad I didn't know Frodo was in town. I missed him this time.
He just got into town. Like, he literally just came in. He's about to rejoin
he's still
Matt
here?
Apple. Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, I haven't
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
him in Matt Apple. I want to go see that.
He's at the start of his next contract with Matt Apple. He'll be here through
Great.
the summer.
Oh, good. Frodo is, for people who don't know, have we ever had Frodo on the show?
We've not. And that's what I actually mentioned it to
Wow.
him when I saw him. I was like,
Yeah.
hey, how are you in town? Because while you're here, we should maybe do a podcast.
Yeah,
It'd
definitely.
be wonderful. He's so good.
Frodo is a fantastic multi-generation what's the word I'm looking for?
Variety
freak.
artist.
Circus
Yeah,
freak
he's
in the best sense of
variety
the word.
performer. He's fantastic.
Yeah, his father was a magician, so he knows every magic trick in the world and just doesn't perform it out of sheer boredom.
Right.
And because I've seen him do magic, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, he's good.
It turns out he's just good at everything. That's the problem. He's one of those people.
He came over to watch me, and I was doing my straightest jacket escape, which was my finale, what I consider one of my best tricks. And as soon as he was looking at me, I was like, I'm a hack, and this is the dumbest thing in the world. This is the stupidest.
Aw. Don't say that.
You're just sitting there going like, Frodo hates me. Oh my
Here's
God.
the thing. A lot of people have no idea who Frodo is, and that's fine. If you get a chance to see him, you have to see him. If you get a chance to see him twice, it's fascinating.
Yes.
Because he does a tennis racket routine where he tries to go through nice Lorgan-C, love it. Just showed up one of my PBRs up there from my show.
Oh, nice.
He does a tennis racket routine where he tries to get through 2 tennis rackets across his body. It is 1, hysterical. 2, utter chaos. Like, stools fall over, microphone starts over. He ends at one point like leaning over with a shoe off, and one of the tennis rackets is holding up the stool he was previously sitting on, and it just looks like total fucking chaos. It's crazy, and it just is hysterical.
Yeah.
And then you go see it again, and it happens the exact same way. Like,
exactly the same way.
The same spots on the stage, everything.
It shouldn't be possible.
Chaos. And it's just to the
that
T.
well
It's
choreographed.
insane.
Yeah.
Everything feels so spontaneous. Every line feels like he's just thought of it. Everything, and he's just one of the greatest, funniest performers there is. Just the best. So much so that like I've seen it probably 50 times, that act, and I came racing out to watch it when I saw him take the stage. I just I just have to watch this.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Now, caveat: Opportunity Village had a little tough time with the microphones and keeping them working the entire time.
Oh, no.
And then, caveat, going out in 90-degree weather and having a series of drinks across a strolling area for 2 hours before you sit down and watch a show.
Okay.
Inside a nice, cool, air-conditioned little cave. Doesn't put pep in everyone's step, guys.
Yeah.
Does not light a fire into people's keisters to scream and cheer and laugh.
You said that. You described that activity, and now I want to take a nap. Just walking around outside, having cocktails, and then sitting down in a nice room. I just want to take a nap.
And so this is it. So like I'm going up to all these acts so I never get to see. And Piff and Jade are there. And I'm excited they just did a show, and I'm going to go backstage and say hello. Like, basically celebrate the fact that I was included in this bunch is all I'm doing. Like,
Yeah.
A little, I'm here too, guy. I'm here. I was in the Marshmallow Castle over there. But now I'm here. And everyone being like, that's the show you saw. That's the total energy from everyone. Was like, oh, gosh. So I had to reassure Piff and Frodo, I've seen you before.
Good.
Like, I'm not, I know I have eyes too. I am also in entertainment. I know what it's like. Frodo did that moment of chaos, microphone on the floor, the stool and thing. He looked out. Nothing. I've never seen it. I've never seen him not get a reaction.
Yeah.
He looked out, and just no one was laughing, no one was clapping, no whatever. They were just like, oh, that guy's in a pickle.
Huh.
Like no one was upset, right? Like no one was bad.
No one was
Now, to be fair, Matt,
yeah,
this is the charity event at what is the place called?
Something Opportunity Village. I don't know,
Right.
walkway of wonder. I don't know, what is something like that.
So these are people who regularly donate to Opportunity Village, help out, volunteer, that kind of thing, coming to watch this performer.
Yeah.
Is it possible they might have been concerned that this was an Opportunity Village person having an incident with a tennis racket?
I don't think that was the case.
You don't think so?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
That
There is
got
that Vegas
Nick.
audience
That
thing.
guy, I could see. I got Nick on that one.
I'm just glad we got that cleared up.
Okay, good.
There is a
good.
thing of like, I mean, this was an embarrassment. It was like on one stage, I'm blanking on his name. He does the cigar box routine. He did it at Mavericks. Now he does it in Man Apple. Do you know that variety performer?
Shit. Keep talking. I'll know in a second. Adam.
Okay, good. Adam, yes. So Adam was on the stage with Nick DeFat. Nick DeFat and Adam were on stage one outside, right? Adam London, who's a local, fantastic magician, illusion guy, does a great comedy act. He's on stage too. Vinny and I are in the Marshmallow Castle, and I described the acts that were inside. And then plus, he had a bunch of other like killer guys doing close-up. This event is just a killer event. I mean, just a killer event. That Vinny and I were also included on. And
don't sell Vinny short.
Vinny is a get.
Well, Vinny and I ended up having, it turns out, like the best experience. Because what happened was we were doing, you do like a set for like 20 minutes and then you just move them along and someone else strolls up the way and you kind of crowd gather or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But all the people working outside were also working inside. They were doing double duty. They were doing the outside event and then strolling in, right? So Nick and Adam did their first set, and then as soon as they started resetting, they realized people were taking down their set.
Oh no!
Nick goes, "I think we're supposed to do more than one set. I think we're supposed to reset and then just keep it going until like 7:45." And the guy he's talking to is going like, "Oh yeah, okay. Who told you that?"
Oh no! He's questioning the guy.
Good.
And
I'm happy with everyone so far in this story.
Please tell me he said, "Okay, you're the boss."
Erica and Maggie were, of Spiegel World were the volunteer stage managers of the event.
Right.
Obviously, there's 4 stages and strolling, so there's a lot to juggle. But Nick says Erica is in charge. Erica told me this, and if you let Erica know, he goes, "All right, I'll try to track down Erica, and we'll get this squared away."
Oh no!
As they did not relent at all in packing things up. So while Nick's
I was about to say they didn't slow down the packing at all during this conversation, right?
Not a second, not a millisecond. They literally, so Nick is watching the guy like walk off to quote unquote find Erica as his set is being put into pieces on the ground.
Wow. Like, hey, how about this? How about we just think about this? I'm saying that the show is going to keep going. You're saying the show is going to stop.
Yeah.
Why don't we just pause all work while we figure this out? Just in case I'm right. We don't want to have to rebuild this set.
This is Nick DeFat and federal judges have something in common. Where they go, "No, you can't do that," and then the world just keeps happening.
That's right. Federal judge Nick DeFat.
So at the end of my set, I look over and I see Eric and Nick to my right, just like hanging out, and I was like, "That's weird. They should be." And then I go up to them, like,
doing their set.
And I go, "Oh, it's weird. We end up doing 3 sets. I thought we were gonna have nobody back here in the Marshmallow Castle, and we end up doing 3 sets." And Nick was like, "That's because we got fired."
What'd they need the space for?
No, they didn't need the
Take
space.
it out.
They needed to go inside and start working on the stuff inside. So they were like, in their minds, doing one show out here,
and then moving up,
and then moving on to the next bit inside.
Yeah.
Oh, they just work rate wise. They just had to tear down things in a certain order.
Yeah. They just had a different workflow in their heads than
Right.
what the event was supposed to be.
So it just went, the stage just went away and they were just done.
Yeah, yeah. Because I
Show's
looked over
over,
and
folks. One
Nick
way or
was
another,
in-
show's over.
Nick and Adam weren't even in their show clothes anymore. Like they were just in like regular clothes, and I was like, "How the hell did they get changed so quickly?"
They're doing a quick change act at the end of their show. Their quick change is just into their street clothes.
That's
That'd
really
be a
funny.
great closing for a quick change bit. You
You
end up in like shorts and a t-shirt, and you're like,
Yeah.
"All right, see you guys later." Just
I'm
head
out.
out.
Head to the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was the event there. But because there was no other stage besides the one other stage, that people just floated back in the village. They just all of everybody. So we had great crowds, and then they still had energy, right? So like
Yeah, yeah.
said to I said the thing. I go secretly. I think we had the best gig of anybody tonight.
Yeah, probably.
we just nailed it.
It's not air conditioned. It's not putting them to sleep.
Yeah, yeah. And so we had a good old time, but lucky circumstances or whatever. It was a really cool event, and it was awesome to have Mac invite me to do it.
I'll tell you who else thought Nick's act was over and went ahead and took the stage down, and that is the following sponsor.
Today's show, Matt and Madeline's Ice Cream Social, is brought to you by the fine makers, purveyors, establishers, reestablishers of. For the makers of old-timey burlap condoms, it's Share for really fragile glass butt plugs. So this is Share for really fragile glass butt plugs. That's 2024 from the Gorilla Dentist from that Bjork video.
If I could turn back time. Yeah. Hey, baby, how's it going? It's me, Cher. Oh, so glad to see you. Well, in case you were wondering, I only use the most fragile of butt plugs when I'm engaging in some pre-action. You know what I mean? What I like is these are basically rejected light bulbs from old Christmas trees. That's all they are. They're just old light bulbs. Don't anybody tell you ain't different. If you pay more than $1, you're getting ripped off, honey. Oh, do you believe in shards up your butt? Because you will after you try these very fragile, very easily breakable light bulbs. Yeah, they say my ass will bleed for weeks. I hope that's not true. I try to squeeze closed my cheeks. Oh, I don't know, but that's what I got for you, honey. Yeah. Oh.
Heather Hayes scoops the checkout.
Yeah, she's one of the greatest.
Scoop of Monte Cristo is really happy about being able to see you live on the video doing this, Paul.
Okay.
Because you become Cher.
100 times better.
It's uncanny. You become her. It's really different.
Yeah, baby. Oh, it's complete transformation. Oh.
People don't realize that he has all those wigs and everything just right there ready to go.
I know, yeah. Now you see you get a glimpse behind the curtain. Oh.
Which reminds me, we're doing a Zoom chat today with our Patreon subscribers. That's fantastic.
That's right.
And we're also live on Twitch over at thebucketshow.com.
We sure are.
Join us.
In fact, are we going to go to Scoop Mail now?
Yeah, let's go to live Scoop Mail with the folks in the chat. Anybody got anything you want to go through in the with a little live Scoop Mail? Sorry, I've got 3 other people talking to me right now, so I
got it. There's a lot of scoops joining us here in the chat, many of which have thought of writing a Scoop Mail and thought, typing's annoying, and haven't written anything. And they thought, why don't I just go on the actual live chat and blather at the boys? And so basically, if there's anyone with a story, could be an Italian air show, could be a first story, could be a terrible coworker story, could be you could have want some life advice from 3 amateur hacks. Maybe you want to have said something snappier in a situation, and we can be your writers. Does anyone here have anything they want to share with? Especially, actually, a good point. Jacob just left to go. These people are leaving his house, and so if there's anything you want to say while Jacob's not here, this is a really good time to get on to get on here and say anything you don't want Jacob to know or hear.
Time to shit talk Jacob Smith, everybody.
Yeah. Let's see here. Someone writing in, my terrible coworkers are only a few feet away. hang
All right.
on
Well,
here.
we won't talk about that then.
What's funny is last year we put everybody on the spot, and then Max Ginger Scoop came through. This time I put it in advance on the episode summary of the last episode we posted, and
Yes.
and that seems to have borne less fruit. Seems like prep is
Well,
our enemy.
You can't have a discovering your father at 35 every episode.
I should also say, actually, while we're here, if anyone out there has listened to the episode with Mike Jones and didn't hear Mike Jones, I should have mentioned this in the last episode. Somehow something weird went wrong, and it looked like Jonesy's audio was there when Jacob was putting it together. The little wave file was there, and he had a vampire file. It was not there. We realized this
file. Is that what it's called?
No, that's what we called it, but I think it should be called that, vampire file. And we deleted it instantly. Like literally, Slaking was on top of that, and he deleted it, and we deleted it within less than 5 minutes of posting the episode. And yet, still, some very diligent podcast catching apps downloaded that version, even though I erased it and reposted with new files. So I would say, if you listen to the Jonesy episode and you're like, why can't I hear Jonesy? Delete that episode and re-download it, and you will hear the episode file there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Jacob, while you were gone, people told 0 stories and don't want to help us in any way.
Do you have an actual scoop mail somewhere in there, Jacob?
I do have scoop mail. Yeah, of course.
All right.
Because these guys are shy, Jacob, and I don't want to blame introverts for hanging out with us. Okay?
That's fine. That's fine. We'll do a little scoop mail.
Yeah.
Message for you, huh? We got one from, get up here to it, the Scoopernova Girl.
Aha.
Hello, gentlemen and Paul. First, I want to thank you guys for allowing me to hang out at the Churn for episode 1200. I'm going to turn this down.
Just someone else typing in, there's a story I want to share, but I'm currently in litigation with, so I can't talk about it. So there you go.
Oh, anonymous scoop mail.
I look forward to the end of that litigation, so we get the story.
Yeah. Let's see. First of all, I want to thank you guys for allowing me to hang out at the Churn for episode 1200. I had a great time. I'm also enjoying listening to the bonus podcast, Not For Long. Even though I'm not watching the show as I don't have Netflix, I love hearing your commentary about it. I don't know as much as Newman, but hearing horse talk takes me right back to my childhood. Not For Long is one of the shows that we have going on our Patreon channel right now. If you are a Patreon backer, you have access to Not For Long, which is all about Race for the Crown on Netflix.
I'm loving doing Not For Long. It is so fun. Nick Newman is just a fantastic personality, good person to talk to about anything. But his actual family expertise, his multi-generational lineage to the horse culture in Kentucky is fascinating, and so loving it.
As a young girl, I loved horses, as most little girls do. Sorry, everybody. I'm going to get back to the scoop mail now. Weirdly, the first sentence of the next paragraph is exactly what I just said. As a young girl, I loved horses, as most little girls do, and I wanted to learn how to ride. My mother took me around to local stables trying to find a teacher and horse that fit. I started riding English style and learned how to jump a little, but gradually I found Western style more comfortable and easier. My middle school home ec teacher happened to be a professional barrel racer, and so for the next 7 years, I studied with her and learned to barrel race as well and traveled along to different local rodeos and competitions. Scoopernova Girl, I had no idea about this with you. That's wonderful. My mother bought my own horse, a quarter horse gelding, and we kept him stabled at my teacher's barn. I learned everything about how to take care of him and do all the morning chores, feeding, cleaning stalls, and brushing and cleaning the horses thoroughly. I have a vivid memory of learning how to wash my horse's cock. Sticking a gloved hand.
Slower, Jacob, slower, smokier. Look at me. Don't look at me. Go, read. Don't look at me.
A gloved handful of KY jelly up his sheath and scrubbing away the dirt, dry skin, and schmegma. Fun times.
Oh, that was perfect timing. Good job.
Eventually, the horse's life wasn't fun anymore. My horse stopped listening to me and would rather chase calves and stand next to his mare friend than run around in barrels. So I stopped riding after high school, but still loved watching them. One of my first jobs after college was working at the Saratoga racetrack for the summer season. I worked there during the 2009 and 2010 meets, first doing stamp and lamp at the clubhouse, then the grandstand where I made better tips. Nick Newman, you're in the chat here in Zoom. Unmute yourself so you can tell us about what a stamp and lamp is.
That sounds like a restaurant.
It does.
What
Nick
is the
is
stamp and
working it.
lamp?
Anytime now. All right,
Nick,
we're
if
going to
you
keep going, and then he's going to come back. Let's see. I have fond memories.
Can
I
you
have
hear
fond
me?
memories. Oh, there you are. Yes.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Good. Hopefully the audience can just 3x speed that part where we were waiting for you to get on, and then they can go back to regular speed.
Yeah, so Stamp and Lamp is the entryway where you stamp hands to get back in.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
What's the lamp part?
They stand next to like a gas lamp.
Oh,
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's Stamp and Lamp.
All right.
okay.
Cleaning the horse's penis is a very
Optional?
important. It's a very important part of horse care. Because horses can develop, if you don't clean the sheath of their penis correctly, they can develop a condition called beans, where they get that like a hardened schmegma on their penis, and it'll stay there forever. It's concrete on there. So my son, if you have small children, you know that they have a hard time taking a bath.
Right.
So our veterinarian, Dr. Waldridge, was cleaning beans off a horse we had gotten into the farm that hadn't had his penis tended to.
Clean. Yeah.
So when he would get a bean off, he would throw it on the ground in front of my son and
Oh no.
and say, "That's what's happened if you don't clean yourself."
Ooh.
And then he would pick another bean off and throw it in front of my son in the barn and go, "See, you have to take a good bath, Ace," which is my son. And my son from that minute on was the best little bather. I mean, he scrubbed the shit out of that thing because
Sure.
he was afraid he was getting beans.
What happens to like wild horses?
Wild horses get beans that they get growths on their genitals,
Oh, okay.
and
They
it
just
just
get 'em.
occurred. Yeah, so there
Okay.
you go, beans.
Jacob
I'm
was
not
already,
happy with any part of
Jacob was already ready to start a YouTube channel where saying beans are a myth, and it was like horses out in the wild don't have people to clean their penises, and they live forever in the woods, and nothing ever goes wrong. And
Beans, the
That's
musical
clearly
fruit.
where I was going.
Beans, the musical fruit. They grow in the wild on a horse's skin flute.
Folks, this is just a taste of what it's like on Not For Long.
Yeah, that's
So if
right.
you're not
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
Patreon
Now you're getting a
subscriber,
little, just a sample of.
you can get a little more of
You're
this.
just getting a couple of beans flicked at you from Not For Long, when you could be getting the whole experience.
Clicking beans means something different in the barn.
I'm guessing. Oh,
Then did the vet also take out a full pack of Marlboro Reds and say, "This is what smoking is like"? Smoking with time.
When strangers give my son hygiene and life lessons, I'm always welcoming. Go to the park and learn something, son.
This is how you smoke meth, kid.
Excuse me, doctor. Do you have a birds and bees speech that you're also willing to give to
birds and beans.
Birds and beans.
Oh man!
And for just $1 on Patreon, folks, you can get access to an hour of this every week.
Right.
Oh man!
Leon Kassab said Catherine the Great's horse had beans, human beans.
Good stuff.
Still just a rumor, I think, but who knows?
Yeah, I have not substantiated that. No. I have fond memories of walking through the backstretch stables.
Ranch Slunk says, by the way, Ranch Slunk is its own beautiful name there.
Not happy with that name at all.
Says, "This ruins chili."
That's where the flavor comes from.
Oh.
Chaotically Clumsy says, "Terrible time to choose to eat dinner." I'm
I'm
so sorry.
so sorry.
So sorry, Chaotically Clumsy. Also, recent Patreon backer as well. Welcome to the chat.
Oh, I just got an alert. They're leaving. Yep, they're out.
Oh, they
Yep,
just canceled their membership.
They just canceled it, deleted the podcast, the whole thing.
And
I don't even know why. I
thanked us,
got it.
and thanked us for losing weight for not eating for the next 48 hours. So that's good. That's good.
Myra, that's why Texans don't have beans in their chili. That's exactly right. Because they're everywhere. I have fond memories of walking through the backstretch stables near the employee parking lot and watching the horses warm up on the track early in the morning. There, I learned about the history of the track, the different races, the jockeys, the types of bets, and the different owners who would come in and out of the clubhouse. My favorite jockeys to root for were Julian Laperoux and Ramon Dominguez. How'd I do, Nick?
You did great. Yeah. Perfect.
On a break, my friends and I were allowed into the jockey silk room. I remember everyone was so excited that Rachel Alexandria, the first filly to win the Preakness in 85 years, also won the Woodward Stakes that year, beating out all the older male horses. And even though I wasn't working the track at the time, everyone in the area was excited that American Pharaoh was going to run the Travers in 2015. I did have a chance to work the Belmont Stakes in Belmont Park in 2011. They didn't more work for the day, so a bunch of Saratoga employees were bussed down to the city. It was a cold, rainy day, and I was posted at the front stretch picnic table area, but the patrons tipped very well and even shared some of their food. Oh, that's nice. Last year and this year, the Belmont Stakes will be held in Saratoga, Saturday, June 7th, because of the construction at Belmont Park. I usually stay away from the area because of the traffic, and I actually haven't been back to the track since I stopped working there. It would be fun to go and watch the races for a day. Maybe this year, who knows? Anyway, that's my horse life story. Love the show, love you guys, and I'll get to Scoop Fest this year somehow. Thanks for reading Fucking You in the Sheath Around the Track. That's Rebecca, the Scooper Nova girl. P.S. From what I remember, and Newman can correct me if I'm wrong, I was told that the bell at Saratoga is rung to alert the trainers at the backstretch stables to bring the horses to the paddock area to get checked, saddled, and mounted. This was my favorite part when I went to the track as a kid. I would look at the horses as they walked through the backyard picnic area and make my choice then. The patrons have about 15 to 30 minutes to get their final bets in. The bugle playing the call to post is played to announce that the horses have entered the track and are on the way to the gate. It calls attention and closes the betting windows. Sam Grossman, a.k.a. Sam the Bugler, played the call for 25 years at Saratoga, and he became a local celebrity. It was fun seeing him walk around the park taking pictures with people. He recently retired to Florida, of course, for health reasons.
Nick,
Sam's the best.
Nick, you're up at Saratoga right now, yeah?
Heading that way.
Yeah. You're going to go, the Belmont is this weekend.
I'll be at the Belmont. She mentioned that, yeah. And I'm part of my ensemble. Will be a scarf from Opportunity Village, of all places. I'll be wearing one of the Elvis
Beautiful.
scarves.
Now, if you keep that scarf around your neck for too long, you might get beans in there, so you got to be careful.
Ooh, beans on your neck.
Oh.
Neck beans.
Oh.
Come get your neck beans.
Neck beans.
If you've ever seen one, beans are. If we ever pick a bean, I'll take a picture. If
No, thanks. Take your word for it. Unsubscribe.
You know who else is going to run screaming when Nick Newman shows them a picture of beans? It's the following sponsor.
Today's show is brought to you by Bingo Stinkflower's helium-based methadone treatment. That's from Scabby the Rat Scoop in 2025. This is Bingo Stinkflower's helium-based methadone treatment.
Hey there, everybody. How you doing? It's your old friend Bingo Stinkflower, and I'm here to tell you, there was a time when old Bingo was just down and out on his luck, hitting the horse all day long, strung out, high as a kite, looking for my next fix. Yes, Bingo was a junkie. But guess what? I turned that frown upside down with my own patented anti-drug treatment. Yeah, who needs methadone? I got helium. Just straight helium, right to the dome. I was high on laughing gas and high on life, and that's what turned me around. And now I'd like to sell it to you to make some money so I can buy crack, which is much better than the horse that I was on earlier before. Did I say crack? I meant cocaine, just regular cocaine. No crack for me. Thank you very much. So go ahead and call this number, 1-900-BINGO-STINKFLOWER USES METHEDONE. Helium. That's right. I don't. I use helium instead of laughing gas. That's right. So go ahead and have some helium, and you'll squeak. You'll be squeaky clean.
All right. And Harry Scoops the check out. Yes.
Jacob was unsatisfied at that being the ending, Paul. Really was like holding out.
I'm not satisfied either, but that's okay.
I wasn't sure if it was going to keep going or not.
But they're not all gems.
A couple
That's
of people just
That's
happy to
how
hear.
it is.
Scoops are just happy to hear Bingo talk again. We've now two Zoom scoops have piped up here. Ranch Slunk has a farm story. Ranch Slunk, are you able to come on?
Unmute yourself. I'm going to mute you, Nicholas Newman. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nick.
I unmuted. Am I coming through okay?
Yes.
Okay. Bear with me, guys. I'm not an entertainer. I'm a visual artist, so everything I do is with my hands, not my mouth and face, unless I'm trying to bang my head against a sculpture. In 2007, I was still on the family farm in southeast Minnesota. Okay, dairy farm.
Okay.
Holstein cattle, the black and white ones, the Dalmatian cows, just for information. So we're still educational today.
Got it.
My dad was still milking cows back in 2007. And I was on the farm helping out, and this was 2007. And he broke his leg chasing a calf downhill.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Mom heard the snap from the house.
Oh, no.
But that's not the story.
Oh, that's
That's
enough.
the lead. It gets
All
better.
right, that's enough, everybody. We'll see you next week. We'll see you soon.
One of the twist snaps. Anyway, I had to basically what I'm leading to is I had to do all the farm work instead of me helping dad out.
Gotcha.
I showed up. I was doing a regular full-time job and helping out at the farm. So now you know how busy I was.
Yeah.
We had the mother of this cow contracted somehow a wounded eye. Okay.
Okay.
What happened was she might have got walking through the woods, got poked in the eye. The eye got pierced. We didn't catch it in time. And this is where this is purely for you, Matt. So steel yourself. The eye got infected.
I love that this is for Matt.
And it started to rot.
Oh! I just almost broke the dresser. I just broke my friend's dresser with my elbow.
Sorry, Matt. We never met, but I love you. I don't want to do this to you, but I'm going to do it.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah. It got maggoty.
Oh.
Visually maggoty. Bye, Matt.
Matt's gone.
Matt just signed
All
up.
right.
I'm holding back here. I don't want to ruin the poor guy. So here's what happens is traditionally on the farm, like what we're doing is like a self-sufficient dairy farm.
Okay.
We have to have the calf continue to nurse the mother so the calf can get nourishment, fresh nourishment, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
You know how it is. We're all parents here except for Jacob. We get it. And Paul's a doggy daddy. So you understand. We got to keep the cow alive before she dies from this infection because we can't stop.
Okay.
We're not going to pay for surgery. It just isn't conducive to running your farm. So we know circle of life, blah, blah, blah. What I had to do as running the farm was I had to put her down. This is what we do out in the country for folks that don't understand. Jacob might even more understand this. Is like, I mean, I'm out in the country. I hunt, I fish. So
oh yeah,
I had to put her down.
I grew up right across from a cow farm. Yeah.
Right. See. So
and
eventually, I knew I was going to have to put her down.
Jacob murdered the first SJ. He's now just married to the second SJ.
That's right. That's right. Something happened with the eye. I'll tell the story after this is over with.
Oh, she's got a bad eye too. Sorry. So we had to let her nurse it long enough until we could wean the calf off the mother. Okay. So hopefully I told that correctly.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What happened was, because I like to play practical jokes on my dad, this is where it gets fun. So Dad says to me, goes, hey, it's about time the calf's big enough. We can wean the calf off the mother. So you want to go put her down? I says, yeah, no problem. He brings me one of the shotguns. Okay. So this involves killing a cow, just FYI. what I do is he's limping along because he still got his broken leg, so he can't run to the back feedlot to inspect how this goes down. He just trusts that I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay. So I go back through the barn to the feedlot. She's out there. Bang. I drop her one shot. Mercifully, I'm a hunter. I'm a one of these types, you know, if you can kill it, eat it. So I drop her. Okay.
So she went from a Holstein to a Halfstein.
Completely -0, like done.
a
done
no
steam.
steam. Yeah.
No steam. So mercifully do the deed because she was suffering anyway.
Yeah.
Here's what I do. I walk through the front of the barn to where Dad's waiting on his crutches, and I'm holding the gun by the barrel like a very naughty Elmer Fudd.
Okay.
I put on my most like sad face, and I go, Dad, I shot the wrong cow.
Ah,
He was humping forward, like stumbling forward, and all of a sudden he did that like freeze like a statue and go, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill that kid." And I go, just kidding. So but he whacked me back. 3 years later, he held on and he got me back.
All right.
And this is what's great, and this is the quick part. We knew a farmer nearby who was selling a property, and I was interested in buying some property. I said, I don't know this guy, but you know him. Could you go introduce yourself to him and say, hey, my son's interested in buying a farm? He goes, yeah, no problem. I'll go talk to him. And it was a really sweet deal, like a handshake and a nod. No realtors, no nothing. So it was going to be a really sweet deal.
Right.
And this is 10 acres wooded out in southeast Minnesota. So I really, really wanted this. I was all psyched up. It's like, how could he refuse? I already know what the asking price is. I'm not going to talk him down. It's going to be a sweet deal. Dad goes talk to him, finds out what the price is, comes back to me. I'm in my old studio where I was working. And Dad walks in and he goes, you know what? I talked to Roy. He already sold the farm. And I lay off with 18 fucks in a row. Like, fuck, damn it. Oh, it was such a good deal. Damn it. It's like losing at a table, right?
Yeah.
And he looks at me, he leans in and he goes, kind of like shooting the wrong cow.
Whoa!
Oh, man.
He had it chambered. He was ready.
Wow.
Oh, that's hilarious. Great story.
That's where I live now. I built my studio here in these 10 acres, and that's how I apply my trade now. Self-employed artist working all over the country.
Awesome,
amazing,
man.
That's so cool. Do you have a website that you want to plug? You said you make your own art?
Yeah, I just got back from Grimes, Iowa. I was doing a Veterans Memorial. I do a whole bunch of glass work. We'll talk about it later down the road. Don't worry about it today.
Oh, very cool.
All right. I just want to plug your website.
Send us a message with stuff you want us to plug.
I'll be back.
We'd love to share it.
I'll be back. I'm doing okay. Right. I'm doing okay.
Okay, good.
We're not doing pity or charity. I'm guessing that the scoop is curious about your fucking art.
Man, I feel bad. I stuck you right in the eye today, and I don't feel bad, man.
No, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. It is circle of life. It is.
It kind of hurts when it gets in your eye, right, Matt?
Yeah, fuck you, man. 3 years from now, I'm going to get you back.
Yeah, buying this time.
Ranch Slug, fantastic story, buddy. Thank you so much for sharing. Well told. Thank you, Ranch Slug.
You guys are awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks Ranch Slug.
We have Scoop of Monte Cristo as a story for us as well.
Okay. Come on, Scoop of Monte Cristo. Where are you at? There you are.
Chaotically Clumsy writes, horse dicks and eye infections. What a day to have ears.
The show is a gift. A gift.
And it's because of your support. It's because of your support, Chaotically Clumsy, that this is possible.
Yes.
Preachingfun.com.
Oh, right.
What's up, Cristo? What you got?
Scoopo MC. You're muted.
Yeah, we unmute
your thing. Oh, he is unmuted.
Oh,
but we still can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
All right, you figure out your thing, and I'm going to tell this story while you're figuring this out, because the cow story just reminded me of something that happened to me a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
There's a cow behind you, Jacob. Look out!
And there's a cow behind me. So you guys remember from the very first Landlocked Scoop Fest that we did at Tierney's Tavern in New Jersey, in beautiful
Yes.
New Jersey,
Thank you.
scenic Jersey. My friend that was with us that day, Lenora. Do any of you remember Lenora that was hanging out that day with us? She was living in New York at the time.
Yes.
She came out
Yeah.
at Tierney's there.
Vaguely.
And Nora now works for Nora's an old friend. She's been SJ's friend since childhood, and so she now works in an office setting. And they were her office, her work was here during a convention here in Las Vegas, and so we went and met them over at one of the fancy ass bars at the Cosmo. So we were hanging out with our friend Lenora, and then all of her coworkers who were just like, stuffy business people. They're just around doing the Las Vegas thing and schmoozing with each other. They're having a real good time. Okay. And so this one guy was just obnoxious. He's just one of those obnoxious business cats that's there in the Cosmo. He's throwing money around. He's having a great time. And he's having a great time making sure that everybody else knows that he's having a great time in Las Vegas. And he knows everything about Las Vegas. He knows everything about everything. He's telling me all about entertainment. He's telling me all about this. And he's not an entertainment guy, but he's telling me all about entertainment. He's doing all this stuff. And just being that person at the party.
Yeah.
And so eventually he says, so how do you and Lenora know each other? Because he had not met my wife. And so I said, well, actually, we grew up together. And we met each other when we had to bury a cow together. And then I proceeded to tell him this whole elaborate, long-winded story about how I had accidentally killed a cow out in some farmer's field and had to run from the farmer while he was trying to shoot me. Ran into a hotel, and this woman was working the front desk of the hotel. That woman turned out to be Lenora. She helped me evade the farmer. I told this story for about 10 minutes. I just loudly held court and told a fake story to all these business people for about 10 minutes about how Lenora had helped me evade the farmer, keep from getting shot, and then buried the cow to conceal all the evidence. And this guy sat there the entire time, just believing every bit of it, asking detailed questions, just wanted to know everything about this, was so confused and so weirded out by the whole thing that his coworker had done all these things and never mentioned it to him. You put me in an environment with just real business folks that don't know anything about any of this stuff, and I turn into a troublemaker.
That's a raconteur.
That's a raconteur.
Yeah,
our friend's website is Carl Unash. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but KarlUnnasch.com. Beautiful, big art pieces, a lot of stained glass stuff. Really nice.
Oh, nice.
Really gorgeous stuff.
Very cool.
Thanks.
I was over on that website instead of listening to Jacob's bullshit story.
No, it was a cow. It wasn't a bull. It was a cow.
Why did you have to bury the cow again, Jacob?
To hide the evidence that I had murdered the cow.
Oh, you killed it. Okay,
I
didn't
killed
get
the
that
cow.
part.
The farmer tried to kill me. Lenora helped me evade the farmer and then bury the evidence.
So by burying the cow, leaving a big old upturned piece of land somewhere with a cow in it.
Yep.
That was going to conceal your whole crime. Okay.
Why bury the cow when you can pour milk on your soil for free? You know what I mean?
Bingo. Scuba Monte Cristo, you figured out your microphone yet?
Yeah, can you guys hear me now?
Hey,
Yes.
yeah.
Sorry, I don't know what was going on with the headset.
No, we nailed it. We handled it. We handled it smoothly. Jacob stepped in. We crushed it.
Bam.
Don't apologize.
Well, first of all, before I get in the story, I just wanted to take a moment to thank you guys. I've been listening for 10 years, and you guys have read some of my mails, especially one where I thought I was an asshole for leaving a company after they moved me down and were assholes to me for quite a while. So you guys have let me get through
we lost your audio again.
No, I still got it.
Oh, we still got it.
It's just you, Matt. Well, thank you, Scuba Monte Cristo. Glad we could be of service in that respect, and thank you for listening all this time.
Oh, of course. Well, as you guys know from my mails, I'm in security management, which there are some fun individuals in that field. So
wait, just to be clear, we decided you weren't an asshole, right?
Yes.
We've definitely gone both ways on the.
Oh yeah. No, we've told people they were assholes.
True.
Yeah.
We're fair. We're tough but fair.
So we have some really simple posts, and there's some simple officers, and sometimes it's just a surprise of what they can and can't do. So this one is one of the most simple jobs screwed up. So we had a client who had a building that was under construction and was getting a lot of copper being stolen out of it. So they reached out and asked us to get a copper watch out there. So I meet the officer out there and I say, hey, look, building's under construction. No one's allowed to be in here, especially at night. Anyone's here, just call the police. Don't be a hero, what have you.
Okay.
It takes all of about 6 hours. I go to sleep for that night, and I just get a text at 10:30 at night that says, hi, sir, how many workers are authorized to be here tonight?
Oh boy.
So
Oh no!
he knew some of them weren't authorized.
Someone's throwing like a secret party. Why was there extra people there?
Yeah, exactly. So from what we know, he just texted me and just watched them strip copper all night long.
Wow.
Oh my gosh! It was just a crazy huge theft.
Oh yeah, and the thing was, they had been stealing from that building for weeks, and that's why we were there, was to prevent that. So
oh my god!
So this wasn't a normal employee of mine. So I called the manager and start tearing into him, and the manager goes, "Well, hey, look, man, I know you need this on a short instance. We usually use this guy for fire watch, which means a building's fire system has gone down. So he needs to watch and make sure the building's on fire." And he's like, "So his English isn't that good."
Okay.
So I was just like, so before I go any further, have you made sure he knows what a fire is? I've actually never checked on that. That's probably important.
How many buildings have burned on this guy's watch? Yeah.
Exactly. Like, hey, if you hire me to protect your house, I'd be like, hey, those are burglars right over there. And I'll sit there in my car and drink coffee and watch them loot your house, no problem.
How much of this fire is authorized to be here tonight?
Well, we always joked of like, man, it was cold. That's a fire. But Paul might remember this. It reminds me of those classic Simpsons episode where Milhouse is outside the warehouse as it collapses, and he's like, "You were supposed to watch this." He's like, "I did watch it. First it started shaking, then it went down."
I can tell you everything that happened.
That's when Milhouse buys the old abandoned warehouse. Yeah.
Bart does. Milhouse is the security guard.
Oh yeah, Bart. Oh, Bart owns it. Yeah, yeah.
God, no one likes Milhouse. He doesn't get his own story.
True.
Everything's coming up Milhouse.
And the voice actress from Milhouse is left.
What?
That's true.
Yeah.
They retired?
Yeah.
Or quit under fiery circumstances?
No, they retired. We've lost Miss Crabapple to death, and this person just left. So it's getting. I think they're renewed through season 40 now, maybe.
They still have so many unanswered questions. I hope they wrap some things up.
I really feel like they're going to go through season 40 and then that's it. But the way AI is shaping up, who knows?
You think there will be more just like AI generated Simpsons episodes out there?
I mean, that's the scary thing. All the voice actors are a little worried about is that, there's enough of their voices in those voices out there to take samples of for an AI program to rattle off pretty much any dialogue ad infinitum. And that's the subject of a current lawsuit happening right now with Disney.
Right.
With James Earl Jones.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, for Darth.
They just utilized Darth Vader's voice in Fortnite, as Fortnite just did a big collaboration. The video game Fortnite just did a big collaboration with Star Wars. And Disney has a deal with James Earl Jones's estate that his voice may be used in perpetuity through AI generation. And the funny thing is, when they first started that AI bot, James Earl Jones in Fortnite, it was swearing and saying all kinds of inappropriate, weird shit. And so they had to rejigger it and take him out, and they figured it out. But still, it's kind of creepy. But now, other voice actors are suing Epic Games and Fortnite over this whole practice, even though it is legally cleared because of James Earl Jones's situation. Right. Their argument is that this is taking away a slot for an actor who could do a good impression of his voice to work. And I think that's a valid point. Absolutely. And, that's going to be the way it goes going forward. More and more of these jobs are going to be taken away. I mean, Dan Castellaneta himself, Homer, was the voice of the genie after Robin Williams declined after Fallout. They did
Oh, did he do the sequels? The
he did
Aladdin
some of the
sequels?
sequels and the cartoon that they did, the regular
Okay.
short-lived cartoon. Yeah, he was the voice of the genie for a long time after Robin Williams had a fallout with Disney over rights and whatnot. So it's a slippery slope right now. It's kind of crazy.
It's really tricky.
Oh, Supernova in the Zoom chat, or sorry, in the Twitch chat says that James Earl Jones sold it outright, but SAG is upset that they weren't involved and didn't get a cut, taking away jobs, which I mean, taking away dues. So that's I guess part of the drama with James Earl Jones's voiceover stuff.
Sure. And
SAG is the Screen Actors Guild for people.
You can look at it from a cynical union dues POV, and there's something to that too. But also, just making sure humans stay employed is a good thing, I think, overall.
We're literally bringing up the example that is the toughest one, right? Because we want James Earl Jones's voice. We know James Earl Jones's voice, and it sucks that he died. And to still hear him represented in the work can make hardcore people fans, right? That's different than, say, starting a fresh property, fresh intellectual property, and not using humans and using AI for voices instead, where you're paying no one and getting through with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's not going to be clean. It's going to be ugly, right? Like
absolutely, it already is.
Oh yeah, it's not going to be an easy transition over the next couple of years, no matter what. That's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, Brogan piping in saying that AI are taking over law firms. Yes, people are preparing legal documents through AI and stuff like that. Now, does that mean the occupation of lawyers are going to go away entirely? No, but you often start as a paralegal, then work your way up through a paralegal, and then even like why they're calling a lot of people back to work, because of work from home. Work from home was working for a lot of people if the situation was staying the same. But if you want people to rise up the ladder, you need people to be able to kind of float by and casually take part in and observe people who have higher positions than you, so you can slowly apprentice themselves and rise up in a company. Working from home wasn't allowing that to happen. So,
interesting. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. That is an interesting point on that.
Yeah, and it's so funny because that was happening casually in the workplace, and that's what the writers were fighting for in the writer's strike, right? Because the writer's strike was arguing for writers' rooms and being on set, not because that's vital to the writing profession, but it's vital to the future of showrunners. It's vital to the future of being a producer. And so you need people to work.
It's vital to being a human, interacting with other human beings.
Well, yeah. Of course that. But and so I think it's tough because it certainly takes away on the lower rungs, right? It's like my brother's an illustrator.
Yeah.
Your one-off illustrations that you get paid, anywhere from $100 to $500 for. Yeah. That's going away right away to AI, right? Yep. So preparing a small legal document, you're like, oh shoot, I don't have a blank. People might turn to AI instead of hiring a lawyer for $125 an hour or up, higher up, right?
Yes.
So these lower rung things. Same with AI voiceovers, right? Most people still want humans for voices, and people can tell right now whether they're hearing AI or not. But a big factor of voiceover artists, like one of the big kind of baseline gigs that'll get you through a month or so, is getting hired for a phone tree, right? A company hires voiceover actors to handle every possible option on a phone tree when calling a company. That's a big. And so it's and most people, when they go into voiceover artists, that's the first kind of gig where you're like, oh, nice, I got paid a decent chunk of change because I billed hourly. It takes a while to record a whole phone chain, and that's a I'm not getting the latest video game or whatever, which isn't going away. They're still going to hire most humans for most video games because people want to hear humans in video games. Most people don't give a crap about a phone tree. That goes away. That becomes AI. That's a gig that's gone.
You said your cow has maggots in its eyes. Is that
You have shot the wrong cow.
That's correct.
Press 3.
I am to shoot cow A or cow B. Push 1 for A, 2 for B.
Push 3 if you yourself are a cow.
Yeah, Colton's bringing up Kermit the Frog, right? Some people voice Kermit the Frog. His voice has changed over time. Everyone likes the voice from their time, and then everyone bitches about the Kermit sounding different than their Kermit and stuff like that. So
It's that
it's
hilarious bit from Family Guy with the you get the weird sounding Muppets. Have you seen that bit?
Oh, I don't know
The
that
No.
weird- Oh God, it's a weird sounding Muppet. It's like Fozzie Bear comes in and goes, "Hey Kermit," and then Swedish Chef comes and says, "Hey Kermit, oh hi Swedish Chef, like me to cook you? Would you like me to cook you something, Kermit?" And Kermit goes, "Yay!" And it's just the weird sounding Muppet. It's a look up the
Yeah.
weird sounding Muppets. It's
Yeah.
a really funny little 5-second bit. Unbanned Scoop just said, I just watched Return of Jafar, which is one of the Aladdin sequels, and it sounded just like Homer the whole time through. Yeah. I mean, Dan Castellaneta has created such an iconic sound with Homer.
Oh, yeah.
It's very hard to change that up. I've been popping on to the Disney Plus constant Simpsons stream that they've got on there
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just checking in every now and then. And some of these later seasons are blowing me away. Homer is sounding old, and Marge sounds very old. Julie Kavner's in her 70s, isn't she?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
40 years is 40 years, man.
It's no joke. Yeah, it's no joke. It's really wild.
But like for example, like that brings up an example, right? So say the Simpsons keep getting contracted, and those people are still alive, right? So if you're Julie Kavner and Homer, if you can negotiate AI being used for you to keep you sounding young while you start to sound old,
Right.
then then we're okay with that, right?
I guess this is the whole thing. Like, are they just sweetening it and still paying the performer for a raw, earnest performance with a little bit of just adjustment?
Yes.
I don't know.
But I'm saying, like, it's like I for one, like, if I was going to use an example of like if I want to keep recording this podcast, but I lose my voice or whatever, and AI can type what I want it to say. That's a really weird example of it. I don't think our
Also,
listeners
that would
like
involve you having to be able to type really quickly.
and also I think our listeners would hate that. So
I would hate that.
Yeah. No, I don't care about you, Paul, but our listeners would hate that.
Yes, I, Matt Donnelly, also find that funny.
Jeff
Well
says
done, Paul.
Jeff says only at 1.5 speed. Fuck you, Jeff.
I'll tell you what's gonna happen at 1.5 speed. Y'all are gonna get whooped at Jock versus Nerd.
So you claim, sir.
Whooped.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time.
Explosion
of horse maggot eyes.
Maggot eyes are watching you.
We got an Obelisk Jock versus Nerd coming at us today from Yarn and Sticks. This is the one where we have it goes from $200 all the way up to $500. Each question is worth different amounts. We have steals. We have super steals, which also let you steal the person's points, and we have double downs, which let you double down the number of points you're going for, but you're also putting your own points at risk. The first category today is nutrition. Paul, you are up first. I'm betting nobody wants to steal or double down on the first question, right?
I mean,
Great.
Nutrition. Oh man, I'm at a
Nutrition.
disadvantage here.
A serving of cheese is equivalent to this measurement using household items: a baseball, a coffee cup, 2 dice, or a golf ball.
Ooh. I'll go golf ball.
50-50 lifelines as well. Golf ball, let's see. I'm sorry, it's 2 dice.
Oh,
2 dice is 1 serving of cheese.
Well, they don't like cheese as much as I do.
That's true. That is true. Oh, it's me. It's exercise is the $400 question. Nobody wants to steal or anything, yeah? All right, let's see. A 1 mile walk burns how many calories on average? 200, 400, 800, or 50? A 1 mile walk. Okay, so let's see. 1 mile is, well, I don't know how many steps it is. I know about how many steps, because I do about 10,000 steps a day. And I know that according to my app, that burns about 450 calories just casually walking around. So I bet I walk more than a mile a day. So I'm gonna say 200. I'm gonna say 200.
I think that sounds right to me.
Oh, it's only 50.
Wow.
It's only 50. A mile walk burns 50 calories. Matt, we're 0 for 2 so far. It's time for sports.
Perfect.
Anybody want to double down, steal, or anything?
No.
Let's see here. What sports person was featured in multiple consecutive games for the PlayStation, PS2, PS3, PS4, and PS5? Hint, this person broke their femur in a compound fracture. They had a podcast show and has had features / cameos in over 30 movies and TV series. Mike Ditka, Tony Hawk, O.J. Simpson, or Juan Soto?
As much as I feel like if O.J. Simpson broke his femur, we'd have heard about it.
I think so.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk is correct.
Tony Hawk.
Hawkeye. $800 question. What is it? That's the category. I'm not asking you a question. What is it? Anybody want to do anything?
I'm ready to go if you guys aren't stealing.
All right, let's see it. What is ectrodactyly? Ectrodactyly. Split hand or foot syndrome, extra fingers or toes, missing nostril disorder, or female born without a vagina? What is ectrodactyly? Matt, you were just talking about this earlier.
Yep. Sorry, it's my turn, and I was talking to Scoops on the chat like a dickhead. Ectrodactyly means I'm gonna say extra fingers or toes.
Okay, let's see it. Split hand or foot syndrome.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
It's like a pterodactyl because their whole wing is just a big old hand, basically.
Oh.
Or a bat.
All right. That's right, yeah. Paul, $1,000 question. Nature.
Okay.
Let's see. This animal comprises 20% of all mammals on Earth. It's not rocket science. Dog, cat, shark, or bats?
Ooh. I think it is bats. There's a bunch of bats.
I feel like it's got to be bats.
Oh, no,
It
bats.
is
Batman.
20% of all mammals on Earth are bats.
I was just talking about bats in the last question.
It was. Cinema.
Ooh, okay.
Paul, you want to double down?
Why not?
All right. Paul's doubling down on cinema. How many Lethal Weapon movies are there as of 2025? 7, 6, 5, or 4?
Lethal Weapons.
What do you think, Paul Mattingly?
Oh, man. It's 4 or 5.
Okay.
I'll go
5.
5.
50-50.
I'll go. Good idea. Yeah, 50-50 it, please.
Okay. Oh, I was really hoping it would leave 4 or
Woo!
5. 4 or 7?
4, please, D.
Let's see. It's 7.
Yeah.
Whew. Paul, $1,400 question. Anatomy.
Oh, here we go. Paul's specialty.
Matt, you want to steal?
I don't want to steal yet.
The typical human has this many bones at birth and this many bones at adulthood. 312 at birth, 250 in adulthood, 270 at birth, 206 in adulthood, 186 at birth, 250 in adulthood, or 200 at birth, 175 in adulthood.
B.
270 at birth, 206 in adulthood is your guess. Let's see. It is B.
Yeah.
206 in adulthood.
I'm on fire.
Paul really knows his bones.
Them bones, yo.
It's a $1,600 question. Science 2. I'm gonna steal. Fuck
Okay.
this noise. I'm
Wow.
stealing.
Okay.
Air is mostly comprised of this element: oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, or nitrogen. I think it's nitrogen. I'm going to say nitrogen.
I think you're right.
It is nitrogen.
Mhm.
Not where I am. It's water vapor. Oh, the humidity.
Oh boy, it's not the heat.
Oh.
It's the nitrogen.
$2,500 question. First time. First time.
Steal.
Pat stealing. Steal or super steal?
Just steal. I'm saving super steal.
All right. What year was the first Super Bowl, initially called the AFL NFL Championship game? 1967, 62, 72, or 75?
50-50 that shit.
50-50. That got rid of 72 and 75. Now you get 67 or 62.
Hey, 67.
Let's see. That's correct. $3,000 question. Major League Baseball. MLB.
Double down. Doubling down.
That's doubling down.
Wow.
How many baseballs are used in the course of a single game? 50 to 75, 20 to 30, 1 to 5, or 90 to 120?
50-50 it.
You can't. You already used it.
Oh, do it anyway.
Okay. The button even
shit,
disappeared. I can't even do it.
I doubled down too, like an idiot. Well, more than 5 for sure.
Okay. So C is out.
C is out.
Okay.
D seems like a lot. 90 to 120 seems like a lot.
That does seem like a lot. I agree.
My instinct was A. I'm going to stick with A. 50 to 75.
50 to 75. It's D.
It's a lot. It's a lot, guys.
Holy
a lot.
smokes.
It's so many, you guys. It's a lot.
They just use
What
a
are
lot of
getting all these
balls.
balls.
Man. And that comes all the way down. That brings Matt's score all the way down to 100 points. Paul is still in the lead with 4,800. And it is Paul's turn. I'm in second place with 1,600 right now. We have 2 questions left. Paul, your $4,000 question is just labeled hard.
Okay.
Jacob, are you stealing?
I'm stealing.
Oh,
I'm
man.
super stealing.
I want that hard. Which Major League Baseball team has never won a World Series, but has been to the World Series the most times? The New York Yankees, the New York Mets, the Chicago White Sox, the Boston Red Sox. All right. Here's what I'm going to do.
50-50.
I'm going to 50-50 this shit, and I'm going to really hope that it doesn't leave me with the Mets and the White Sox as my only 2 options left. I know the Yankees and Red Sox have won World Series. So let's see. What?
All of these teams have won a World Series.
Which MLB team has never won a World Series but has been to the World Series the most times?
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't think the White Sox have won the World Series. I don't know if the Mets have. Have the Mets definitely won the World Series?
Famously.
Is it the White Sox not counted because of the cheating?
I don't think they didn't win that series. Well, they didn't win that series anyway. The Black Sox series, they didn't win anyway. All right, I'm 50-50. Shit! It did exactly what I was hoping it wouldn't do. It got rid of the Yankees and the Red Sox, leaving me with the Mets and the White Sox. I guess I'll say Chicago. I guess I'll say the Chicago White Sox. It's the Mets.
Whoa.
No, in 1986. Didn't the Mets win in 1986?
Let's see.
The famous Bill Buckner game.
The hard question.
Did the Mets win the World Series?
2006. Yeah.
86.
2006.
Yeah, 86 and 69.
Look at that.
The Orioles.
Well, that question was really hard.
Yeah, that's a tricky question.
That doesn't make any sense.
Whatever. Paul, it's your turn.
Super steal. Eat shit,
steal.
Paul. Eat shit.
$5,000 question. Lyrics. Matt is super stealing for the game.
I'm not worried.
Matt is famously not great with lyrics. Who wrote this song? On the wings of the night, as the daytime is stirring, where the speechless unite, a silent accord using words, you will find are strange mesmerized as they light the flame, feel the new wind of change on the wings of the night. Huh.
This is my high school poetry.
Yeah, right. Oh, was that Neil Young and Linda Ronstadt, Roger Waters and Sid Barrett, David Gilmour and Anthony John Moore, Peter Steele and Kenny Hickey.
Let's see.
Good luck, bro.
Good job stealing this one too, Matt, because Paul knows this one.
I don't know it at all.
I don't know the song. It's not the wind of change. It's not the wind. The new wind of change is not the winds of change.
No. Listening to the winds of change.
So B and C imply that this is a Pink Floyd song. And those lyrics could definitely be in a weird Pink Floyd song. I love Pink Floyd, but I don't claim to know all of their lyrics at all. But let's see here. And so David Gilmour and Roger Waters, but this is a $5,000 question, so I'm gonna go with C because that is David Gilmour and someone I haven't heard of, and maybe it's an obscure Pink Floyd song.
All right, let's try C.
Whoa, you got it.
C.
Nice.
And Matt crushes that game of Obelisk with 9,900 points. Paul and I are tied at 0. Jeez.
Big goose egg from me.
Follow me for more tips on how to win Obelisk.
Thank you so much, Yarn and Sticks. If you want to send us an Obelisk or a Price is Right Jock versus Nerd or a Scooperty Jock versus Nerd, or just send us some scoop mail, you can do all those things right over there at heyscoops.com. Go over there now. Do it.
Now, I only won handily because of that weird-ass World Series question that was just simply wrong. Yeah. So, let's
the rule
see.
is whatever the answer is on the game, that's what we go with.
True. That is the rule, with the one exception, which is every abbreviation is self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. But other than that, we're fine there. By the way, that rule worked. We stopped getting that IKEA question in our Scooperty, so it did work. That rule did work.
Oh, we had stopped getting it. Now we're going to get it again.
Oh no! You fool!
You fool! It's okay. I'll edit this part out.
All right. I want to thank Penn Jillette for creating this podcast.
Thanks, Ben.
I want to thank all the Scoops who joined us here for our recording, and especially the Scoops who chimed in there. Thank you so much for everybody who spoke up there. And people are liking this format, so we're going to keep doing it. And it also seems like a fine new privilege to give people who are part of our Patreon package.
Yes.
I'm going to thank some of the people who support us right now, you guys.
Yes, do it.
These people are all going to think twice before they tie their scarves too tightly next time they head out. That'd be Dave Hansen, Dave Serial, Darth Scooper, Darren Cunningham, Danny Olwine, Danielle Matias Ferrer, Daniel Lozer, Dan Martin, Cup of Scoop, Chris Meyer, Cream City Scoop, Craig Little, Craig DeFarmer, Court Myers, Country Scoop, Counselor Matt, Corny Scoop, Corey Ann Ichimura, and Cone Photo Scooper Receptor. I think Cone Photo Scooper.
Yeah.
No, Cone Photo Scooper Receptor.
Okay, well, I don't see Receptor on here, but I said it anyway because I'm a good person.
Good.
The following people will all shoulder check the shit out of you in a close hallway. Christine Elsesser, Chris Malcon, Chris K, Chris Jorg, Chris Jackson, Chris Fleischer, Chris Ellis, Chris Bartshee, Chelsea Farr, Charlie Thompson, Charles Jashicki, Charles Eaton, Cassie Rice, Carolyn Albert, Cargo Van Killa, Captain James T. Scoop, and Canadian Scoop Crystal.
The following people shot a cow in a Louisiana ranch to watch it die. That was Fulton Setmary, Colleen Fisher, Coffee Bean Scoop, Coconut Time Travel, Clown in a Brothel, Clayton Shoney, CJ Magnata, Chronicler Scoop, Chrissy Salinas, Christopher Huff, Christopher Hayworth, and Christine Starr. At least two of those people I'm looking at right now on our meeting.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
These individuals are all having their sets dismantled while they look for the stage manager. Cameron Hall, Golly Ghost, C. Wick, Buster Kamikaze, Brian Traves, Brian McLeod, Brooks Lyle, Brian Richard, Brian Maddox, aka Anarcho Scoop, Brendan Allen, Brendan Light, Brad Martin, Bobby Becerra, and Bob.
And the following scoops all have maggots in their eyes or some other horrible thing that happens at farms where life is horrible. That's Bosun Scoop, Blue Line Scoop, Bike Scoop, Big Sexy Digital Nomad, Big Loda Scoop, Ben Sherman Scoop, Ben Smith, Ben Gow, Ben Dennis, Ben, Belgian Triple Scoop, BJ Joyer, Bear Scoop, Bearded Scoop 3, BB Hermit, Base Camp Scoops, Bart Vonk, Bad Pirate Scoop, AWOL Scoop, Avon Zarls, Aramis Sar, Apple Scoop, Anton Jernberg, Ant Foods, Angry Face Scoop, Angela Chan, Andy Cheek, Andrew Ostchuk, Andrew Koenig, Andrew J. Hughes, Andrea Anderson, who I think was in the chat today. I think I saw her in today. Amara Scott Scoop, All Star Scoop, Alice Scoop 6666, Akshay Mysore, AJB, Adam Stickney, Adam Goff, Aaron Boyd, Aaron, a scoop of root canal, one small scoop for man, unbanned scoop, we all scream for Mark McLean, underscore for shaping, the micro scoop, and signature curl scoop, along with B. Christine. Thank you so much, everybody. We love you all.
Scoop Creamer Christine is her proper scoop name, Jacob. Just so you know.
Good.
Yeah. She identifies as Scoop Creamer, and I want you to respect that. Okay.
I do.
Also, all these people might be coming out to Scoop Fest, everybody. We just started selling a few more tickets from people trying to find it in their travel budget. They want to be here the last weekend of Scoop Fest for what everyone says is just a fine old time. It's a fine time to come out here and spend 3 days with us at the Orleans. There's still 1 or 2 tickets left. It's a separate ticket item. Some people are confused. So if you want to go to Jacob's Whiskey Barbecue, that is a separate item where Jacob welcomes you into his house. He cooks for you, and we always have a secret guest perform for everybody in the backyard there. And so it's its own separate thing. There's always a few tickets for that. And we love the people that take advantage of that. That makes Scoop Fest possible. And then the rest of Scoop Fest is super fun. We really have a good time at everybody at the Orleans. We get all kinds of people out here. We are working on really some fun surprises for people. Everyone who comes gets a Scoop Fest bag with some items in it. And then, of course, we have trivia battles. We have a live entertainment variety show. We have Scoop Fest Live. We have the Mouth Finger Butthole Tournament. We're going to try to. We're not going to try. We're getting Paul to play Hollywood Squares as 9 of your favorite characters.
That's right.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So get on out to Scoop Fest. Buy your tickets now at scoopfest.com. After you've done that, go ahead and call up the Orleans. Tell them, find Scoop Fest in your computer, damn it. I don't care how long it takes. I want to get that Scoop Fest discount. Scoop Fest discount code is
Paul.
SCF. What is it? SCFI. Superman, Catwoman, Flash, Invisible Jet.
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
Catwoman again?
Yeah, that's right, buddy.
There you go.
That's right. It's so easy to remember.
Boy, I did remember it. I really stuck in my old noodle.
You
Oh,
did.
boy. What a great mnemonic device I came up with.
Just couldn't be better. Couldn't be better.
Person, man, camera, TV. Yeah.
Oh, I'm being corrected in chat. I said fine old time, not final time. We're
It
definitely
did sound
doing
like
more
final
Scoop
time
Fest.
for a
All
second
right.
there, Matt. Yeah.
This is why I love doing these live episodes. We get corrected before we go off air. That's really helpful to people. Yeah.
This is not the last Scoop Fest. We hope.
Oh, who knows? Any of us could die.
It's true. I mean, you catch a stick to the eye walking through the woods. Next thing you know, maggots are growing in your head, and then some kid
Stop
comes
it.
out.
Okay, we're out of here. Thanks for listening.
That's how it goes, man. It's life.
We love you, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks for being here, Scoops. Lovely to see all your faces, and even those of you who are incognito mode. We love having you here. Thanks for tuning in.
We're preaching fun.
See ya.
Boom.
Thanks all.
Stop that.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Twitch, thank you so much for hanging out. We're going to do these as much as we possibly can. So be on the lookout. Love y'all.